Welcome to Teleport, the new web-based portal for Telescope Casual. This is a short tutorial that'll help you navigate the site and answer any questions you may have. The portal lives inside www.telescopecasual.com. You'll notice a new button on our website called Dealer Login. You click Dealer Login, and it's remembering me as I've logged in multiple times, but if you're a new user, you just click on the New User tab and register a new user account. And this note here is just saying, this is for current dealers only. So if you're a brand new dealer, we may need to take a couple of extra steps to get you set up on the portal. Terms and conditions as usual. Just want to select agree here. So this is an important part. This is part of the security measure we're using to allow you to set up an account, which protects anyone from the public to be able to create an account on your behalf. So we've selected criteria that we believe you would only know as a retailer. So we would need your customer number or your Telescope account number, an invoice number, and the invoice has to be from the last year, and then that matching dollar amount on the original invoice. And that is actually to the penny as well. And the invoice date is the original invoice date for the invoice number you've selected. So as long as those three criteria match and it matches under that customer number, then you would be good to go. Then the human check, just make sure that you're not a robot. Once you get beyond this point and hit validate, you'll just be asked to enter the email address you wish to use, and your email address will be your username for the portal. You'll have to enter it twice just to make sure it's typed correctly. You'll enter your full name and a password. And the password you will have to enter twice. The only special character about the password is that it just has to be 10 digits. Other than that, it's up to you. So once you get all logged in, I'm just going to go back here and log in as myself. One moment. Okay. And you can do the Remember Me feature if you wish. This will, though, be careful if you have more than one user on your computer. You may not want to do Remember Me, as every time you go back to our website, it will leave you logged in unless you specifically select Log Out before you close your browser. So only select this if you feel secure enough on your computer to leave this open. So the next step here is to be able to go in as a dealer. And now I have a sales manager account so that I can see all reps and all dealers. So as a retailer, I'm just going to show you a quick way. I'm going to get into a miscellaneous Telescope account that we use for some internal donations and employee sales and stuff like that. For one moment. So in the search bar, when you're logged in as a dealer, you can use the search bar to say, I want to look for a customer number, a PO number, an order number from Telescope, or even 3 letters of your customer name. So I'm going to look for employee sales. And that's the account that I'm going to use. And here I'm finding the employee sales account. And when you look at your own, and this is the only thing you'll see as a retailer. You won't have to search for your own account. When you log in, it's only going to show you exactly your dealership information, but this is just for sample purposes. So you can click in any of these links to view all your order history. That would include open ordered, billed orders, orders that are being shipped as we speak, anything like that. This is just your open orders on this tab here. Your account balance, which would show any open invoices that are owed to Telescope, and then your account statements, and this is a history of statements, and we'll get into all of these in a few minutes. This information here is showing us all of the details about your account, whether you're a stocking retailer or maybe you're a designer decorator, the discount we use, the terms in which you're paying us for retail and contract, and then your shipping locations. Many retailers have 3, 4, or 5 locations. Some are a warehouse, some are retail stores. So those will all be listed here. There will also be a section for website listings in here, and that's for active retailers, but the account we're using in this purpose is not for active retailers. And notification preferences. So under all of these categories is the emails, the fax numbers, and any information of where your acknowledgments go, your invoices, your statements, and those, if you have questions on those, you could email our customer service department asking them to change those for you. So it gives you much more visibility on all of those details. So the next step that I would always do as a retailer is to say I would rather view the website as a dealer. And that makes it a lot easier to navigate. And you always will have this blue bar at the top here. So one really neat feature, and you'll only see this when you're in as a retailer, but you can select any product on the website. And I'm just going to go to the Hidden Motion Armchair in Leeward, and you can still customize it in any way that you'd like. If you wanted to change the fabric maybe, and you'll see your price index, and this is a new feature, and it's something you only see when you're logged in. And then over here on standard discount, which actually very soon this is going to say your cost, you click over here and it's actually changed the price accordingly to your core discount with Telescope. So that's a cool new little feature for you. And then you can download your PDF here as well. Keep an eye on this as we develop the portal a little bit more, because coming soon, when you download this PDF of your rendered colored image of Design Showcase, if you're selecting price index, then you can show the price index price on your PDF or the standard discount price, and we'll have another price option for you soon. So that's coming soon, so just keep an eye out for that. But in the meantime, until the pricing, that third tab comes up for PDFs, then just know that this download is not going to have pricing on it at all until then. But that should be coming in the next couple of months. Okay, so the next cool feature is that when you're logged in as a retailer, you no longer have to go through the login process again for the download center. So if you need a high-res copy of maybe that Leeward sofa location style image, you could just go into the download center, click on Digital Image Library, and then into collections, and in through here you can see every collection and all of the items that go with this. This is just St. Catherine, so it gives you a little thumbnail of what you're looking for. So we can go back out of here. Okay. So now we can go back up into orders, and the orders tab, you can see open orders, all orders, and you have an opportunity to submit a new order. So for open orders, this is showing any order that is open in-house with Telescope. That's from when it's entered, when it's on in with credit, when it's picked, which means it's ready to ship, and when it's actually invoiced, it's going to go off of this screen into all orders. So this is just a sample order here. You'll notice that all of the order numbers are hyperlinked, and your newest order will be on top. So your oldest order's on the bottom. So if I'll just click this one as a quick sample, it gives you kind of an overview of the order. It tells you when the order was entered right here. Your order number is nice and bold on top, and then the original estimated ship date, which would be 4/26 in this case. And over here you'll see this in production. If you enter an order and it has to go through the credit department, this will be a red flag and it'll say credit hold. If the order is shipped, it will say shipped here in green. And if there's any other issues, this will update to different flags to keep you very easily informed of what's going on with every specific order. Also, if an order is acknowledged multiple times, you have the acknowledgement history right here as PDFs, and you can see the date and the time that it was entered or that it was actually acknowledged. So that way your most recent copy of your acknowledgement is always on top, and you can just click download, and it does open up in a separate screen, so you can just close that tab whenever you're ready, or you could print it, save it, do whatever you needed to do with that. And then if you go to all orders, I'm just going to select an order that's already been shipped, and I'm going to go into this one. And so this order did ship, so you can see the green check mark and okay, it was shipped. We originally said we entered the order on 10/1. We estimated that we were going to ship it about 3 weeks later, and we ended up shipping it about 2 weeks later. We only had one order acknowledgement you'll see at the bottom, but the very neat part about this now is that you actually have, because this order is shipped, you have the invoice number listed per line item. So if you have multiple shipments and this didn't ship all together, then some of these lines would be blank if we were still working on something, or perhaps you would have multiple invoice numbers here. And for your truck shipment, you know that it went through New Penn Freight, and there's your pro number, and it tells you the date it's shipped. So this is an easy way to see which items are on which shipments, especially for early buy. And then this submit a new order feature right here gives you an opportunity to drop in an Excel file, a Word document, any type of PDF, a JPEG if you'd like to. Drop in any type of file here and hit upload, and that will email that PO directly to orders@telescopecasual.com. So that helps you submit your orders for you without having to email them or fax them, and it will give you a history of orders that you have uploaded in the past as well. So we'll be able to link those together. Okay, so the next step on the portal is the billing section. And under bills, you'll see two tabs. There's account balance and statements. Statements simply gives you a history of all of your recent statements with Telescope Casual. In this, we have pulled in the last 2 years of statement history per month. So if you need something further back, you could contact customer service and they can help pull that from our archive system, but we only loaded in the last 2 years to get us started. And right here we can go back up to bills and go into an account balance. And this, because most of the orders that go through this account are paid with a credit card, so there's not typically much of a balance on this account. So I'm going to pull in a screenshot of a customer, and I'm protecting their privacy, so I've taken out some information, but I just want to show you an idea of what your account balance page is going to look like as a very active dealer, and what your options are there. So let me just pull in this screenshot, one moment. So this is a screenshot of another retailer, and this is basically what your statement is going to look like when it's emailed to you starting in May. So we've completely revised our statement process. And I'll give you a little bit of an idea of how this is going to look now. So we're using these icons right here just for clarity purposes to make things a lot easier to read. And we have organized all of the orders by order number. And we've listed your PO number just so it's easy for you and your accounting department to kind of link everything back and forth. But for this early buy, for instance, as you know, early buys will ship on multiple shipments, and in this case there was 5 shipments for this early buy. So what we've done is, even though these shipped at very different times of the year, you can see August, October, and January for these shipments, we've listed them all together. Previously they were not listed together, so there was a lot of back and forth. So now this customer has their early buy due in March, April, and May 1st, and they have made the first 2 installments on all of their early buy payments. So we've made it very clear by giving you a paid sticker so you know exactly where you're at as far as your payments go, and then this is the balance due, which is due on May 1st for the rest of their 2019 early buy. And then over here you have your net 30 orders, and usually if there's a freight order on your, a freight invoice for your acknowledgement, it'll give you this truck, and also for replacements it gives you the truck as well. So the icons are just intended to make things a little bit more clear, show you what you're being billed for. Over on the right you'll see a Pay Now tab, which I'm going to go back into the live website to show you what to do here. But now that you've seen a little bit more detail about what it will look like, I'll get back to this Pay Now in just a second. I do want to show you that on this net 30 order here, that this is actually just a freight charge for a random package that we shipped, and it looks like here you could just see kind of an overview if you wanted to say, you know what, I really don't remember what this $26 charge is. You can either click here and you'll get your PDF of your order acknowledgement, or you can click here and see some more details without having to download that PDF. But if you said, all right, I need to pay this $26.35, as soon as you check something in the Pay Now column, it's going to tally it here in this this blue section. So you can select multiple invoices at a time, and you can say I want to pay with a credit card, and once you click here you'll just be asked to fill in your typical credit card information and say yes, this is what I want to select. And what that does is it creates a note. Let me see if I can get that to, you just hit pay with credit card. You'll type in all of this information here, and it's auto-filling the email address I'm using to log into the portal, and the company name would be your retail store name. And it's auto-filling that because I'm in the employee sale account, and it's saying this is a credit card payment for customer number XYZ, which is our Telescope account, and it's giving a special note which is being auto-filled, and this is for our credit department down here that's saying this is invoice number 1340771 and they're paying $26.35. So that way Shelly in credit will get a copy of what you've done, and she can make sure that your accounts are reflected accordingly for that credit card payment. So keep in mind, currently early buy payments cannot be made on a credit card. So what you could do is you can still select your early buy payments in the portal, and you would just say pay with a physical check. And you click here and pay with a physical check. And what this does is it gives you basically a voucher, and it tells you how much to return or what to return to our accounts receivable department and the address in which to send to, and it gives credit a little itemized list down here of what you're actually paying. So if you had selected multiple accounts and are making, a significant payment, it would actually say invoice number, and it could list 6-7 invoices and whatever dollar amounts you've selected there, and then the total amount, so that way when you do remit your check to Shelly, it's very clear and you don't have to write anything out, and she doesn't have to try to figure out what it is you're sending a payment for. And then if you do have a credit on the account for any reason, and we kind of threw this in here a short time ago to be able to show you how to use a credit, you can apply a credit to your account, but what you do need to do is put some notes in here telling Shelly how to apply that credit, if you need to apply it to a certain invoice, and then you can say pay with a credit. And that's basically it for as far as payment options go. Okay, and lastly, before we end this tutorial, by the time you see the tutorial, there will be a stagnant button right here along the side of your screen, and it'll stay there no matter which page you're on when you're logged in as a retailer, and it'll say get in touch. And when you click that button, it'll give you an opportunity to email the traffic department if you have a question about a shipment of an order, the credit department if you have questions about payments, what your account balance is telling you, maybe something funny you're seeing on a statement, anything like that, or maybe just curious if she's received a statement. Anything that you would need to speak to the credit department about, her email would be available to you there as a hyperlink, so you can just click it and off you go with that. The customer service department, if you have any questions about any product inquiries, any open orders, submitting an order, any of those details, their customer service email is available right on that Get in Touch tab. And lastly, there's a support email, which is basically technical support. So if you see something that doesn't appear to be working on the portal, or if something feels off to you in any way, or if you just need technical support and a little guidance, feel free to shoot us an email there, and that actually comes right to me, and we'll get you taken care of with that. So if you have any other additional questions, I think the 4 contacts in that Get in Touch is the best way to do it, or you can always contact your sales representative or give us a call to customer service or to marketing, and we're here anytime. Thanks so much. Hope you enjoy it.